Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to the Legacy of Supers on HJN. So now's the time for me to go forward with some more villain selections. And wow, I still do have quite a big handful of them. I'm not really close to finishing up here. It's going to be a little while, but until then, just bear with me, because I do have a lot to talk about in any way. Because now, I'll be talking about Doctor Doom. Yeah. There really isn't too much I have to talk about Doctor Doom, so again, try to see if you could bear with me here. Doctor Doom, of course, is one of the few villains that was just so awesome. I mean, from my own perspective, the Superhero Squad show was pretty much one of the most infamous things ever conceived or devised. But you know what? I pretty much just don't care what the majority of the public would think about it. It was one of a kind when I first saw it. It was as close as I could get to the Avengers. That is pretty much what they were, but they weren't necessarily known as the Avengers there. They pretty much changed the title to the Superhero Squad. And I could pretty much see where they're going there. They're trying something new, maybe trying a different name here and there. It's not an uncommon trait, but of course it's one of those things that some people just can't really get right. I don't really blame whoever made the series. I don't blame any of the developers behind it, any of the producers, anyone at all. I probably should ask that they try and make something better out of it. I mean, the Superhero Squad show was a great series when I first saw it. 2009 to 2011, those were some of the big years of my life. Although some of the really big years of my life were here in recent times. And I will say for sure that, well, back then wasn't quite as awesome, but it did have a huge share of different things to talk about. Because today, and that's especially why I'm coming back here, to relive some of those things from deep in the past. And the Superhero Squad show, of course, is one of those very few things out there that I can truly recover. Doctor Doom, of course, was labeled the main antagonist in the entire series, and was voiced by the incredibly talented Steve Blum. Now, isn't that awesome? And wow, man, how could you get any better from that? I mean, if Heat Blast could be voiced by Steve Blum, if a handful of others here and there could also be voiced, then well, why not Doctor Doom? I mean, that's something that's actually pretty good. I never knew Doctor Doom would have a voice of Steve Blum at one point. But hey, it happened. And I'm grateful for it. But other than that, the many things that Doctor Doom has is just immense. At one point, Doctor Doom also made an appearance in the '96 series of The Incredible Hulk, and of course, a handful of others. And Doom's abilities, I mean, there's a lot of them to count. Aside from strength, speed, and probably some of the best speeches I might have ever heard come out of a villain. I mean, do I have to see everything or know everything? I guess I don't. But I will be diving into some unforeseen territory soon. Because starting tomorrow, of course, Doctor Doom was one of those things I had to get out of the way, but tomorrow's topic is going to be of a much lesser known villain. If you want to know who it is, then well, please like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side if you're wanting to see what it is.